Hello guys, let's solve this problem. From the keyboard, first I'm going to read a number which shows me how many numbers I will read from the keyboard. Then after reading this first number, I will read another second number. This is the number I'm looking for. Then after reading the second number, I will read this many numbers, 9 numbers. So what I want to find is if I would sort these numbers. If I would sort these numbers in descending order, what would be the position of the number of this number, of number 13? So you see that if I would sort all the numbers, number 13 would be at 6th place. So actually, I'm not going to sort the numbers, but I would imagine that I sorted the numbers. What I have to do is just count how many numbers are bigger than my number 13. So you see that 5 numbers are bigger than my 13. So if I find the result as 5, I must print 5 plus 1, which will be the position of my number 13. But if number 13 does not exist in this series of numbers, I will print minus 1. Let's solve it. So in my example, this will be n and this will be m. So I'm going to create two variables n and m, and I'm going to read them from the keyboard. So I must create a loop that runs this many times, n times, to read these numbers. So how do we create a loop that runs n times? For int I is equal to 1, while I is smaller or equal to n, I plus plus. Then in the loop, I'm going to read the numbers. For reading the numbers, I will create another variable x, and in the loop, I will read my number x. So if my number x is bigger than my variable m, I must increase the value of counter by 1. So here let's create a variable count which is 0 at the beginning, and I would say if x is bigger than m, then increase the value of count by 1. And another thing that I have to check, if my number m, if 13, exists in the series. So if it exists, no problem, but if it doesn't exist in the series, then I must print minus 1. So to check it, let's create a variable flag which is 0 at the beginning, and after reading number, I want to check if x is equal to m, and if it is, I will say that flag is equal to 1. So when I read number, first I will check if x is bigger than m. So if it is, I will increase the value of count by 1. And after this, in completely different and separate if, I would check if the number I have previously read is equal to m. So I want to check, verify if it exists in the series. If it is, I will say that my flag is equal to 1. After I'm done with the loop, I want to check if flag is equal to 1. If it is, I would print count plus 1. Why plus 1? Because count is the number of numbers which are bigger than my m, and by putting plus 1, I say to show the position of my number m. If it's not, I would print minus 1. And of course, we don't forget to return 0. Let's run the program. I have 9 numbers and I'm trying to find number 13's position, and my numbers are 26, 2, 5, 30, 13, 45, 62, 7 and 79, and the number is 6, which is correct. That's it guys.